Hey everybody. So I want to talk about how I look on Periscope. So I'll give you a second here and you may answer my question and I'll talk about it. But I don't like how I look on Periscope and Google Plus, so people are giving me the like. So apparently I'm not looking too bad. But you know how it is, we grow up and we want to take totally staged photos, always the smile. We never take pictures of the events between the smiling pictures, right? You got two kids running around and you only take the pictures of where everybody is smiling. Thank you so much. I look fine. But I don't have, I have a 5 o'clock shadow, even though it's almost 6 o'clock. But you know what I'm talking about? We're so used to everybody, except maybe, I don't think we like how we look in anything except maybe a motorcycle. I used to ride a motorcycle, but then I got married and I had kids, so I gave them up. But that was fun. So how do we, why are we so hung up, or stallion? Sounds dangerous to me. But why are we so hung up how we look? And we want to appear like they look on TV or in ads or whatever, and of course no actual people look like that because they have a ton of makeup on. As you can see, I got some shining light on my bald head there. So, but what's nice about these networks, it takes some getting used to, right? Periscope, what do? Does this make me look ugly? No, I make myself look ugly, right? So I do content marketing, storytelling, that kind of thing, mostly in the healthcare industry. Trapdigital.com if you want to check it out. There's some links on there to my blog. I also blog about authentic storytelling, basically a project that encourages truth and realism in content marketing, authenticstorytelling.net. Excuse me. So we don't necessarily look the way we look if we wear a tie and a suit, and if we go on TV. I used to work at a TV station, and when I went on there, they put makeup on, or I would touch that up, but obviously we don't necessarily look exactly the way we look when we're just ourselves. So it is kind of nice that we look real when we are on Periscope. Google Hangout, I saw something similar. The first time I was on a Google Hangout, I couldn't stand looking at myself, but people were watching it because guess what? It's us. It's our authentic self. So we might as well get used to how we look, even if we're not necessarily in a suit or we're not in a in a super formal setting, because how many times is everything formal in our life? So what do you think? Hopefully I'm looking, or I'm sounding halfway decent. I'm still getting used to it. But then you also have people talking to the camera on Periscope. So I think sometimes it's better to have video of something. Of course, that's hard to do. It's weird on Periscope too because you're talking to your own image. That is super weird. And you see like your own facial expressions, and you're like, why do I make that kind of face when I say that kind of thing? So it's kind of interesting. But what do you think of people just talking on Periscope? Do you like that? Do you like listening to people talk? Might be an unfair question since you're all listening to me. I think depending what people have to say, it's interesting, but sometimes we aren't used to seeing ourselves. Absolutely. We are not used to seeing ourselves. So this is how other people see me, apparently. But yep, it takes some getting used to, and then of course we have to have something to say that people actually want to pay attention to. I do love Periscope too, but it is actually fairly hard to figure out what you're going to show people that anybody cares about. Sometimes you talk about things and, who cares? So anyway, thanks everybody for the encouragement. So I'll continue to share my thoughts on here.